everyone, it is Amber here from the Gardening Sisters, and in today's video I am going to be planting more flowers. I have another plant stand that is in our backyard to try to encourage more pollinators back here. I'm also going to be planting up some more squash and zucchini plants. I'm thinking about starting more squash and zucchini plants as well, so I'm going to take y'all along with me as we plant those. And then I'm also going to show you guys all of the updates in our garden because we have new veggies that have shown up and I'm so excited. So that's what we're going to be doing today, so let's just go ahead and get into it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start potting up my flowers, and they're pretty much the same as the ones in the front, except two are flowers that I already had here. So I did marigolds, begonias, and two periwinkles. This one is a Zabrinia that my friend gave me that I'm going to up pot and put on the stand. And then I have some type of like mint oregano type mix thing that I bought from the French market when I went to New Orleans a couple of weeks ago. And so we're just going to go ahead and do just like we did in the front. Then once we finish this, we'll go ahead and work on our squash plants. And then I'll show y'all all of the new stuff that's been popping up in the garden. Come back and add more soil like I did in my other video. Pour out some of this soil so I can make sure I have enough space to really get this down into this pot, because this one is a lot larger. Because I did up pot it. It came in a pot that was way smaller than this to begin with. So I'm glad that I am up potting this. I'm not going to break the root because I don't want to disturb it too bad. So it's probably a good thing that I am up potting this. And I did not know that these were going to have these little pink outlines on it, and I love pink. So I was really happy when I saw that today. And this is for me for decoration. I don't plan on actually using this for anything. Lastly, we're going to get this Zabrinia planted. So I'm just going to add soil to the top, water it in, and then we're going to move on to the squash. All right, so I'm out front right now because I'm about to go ahead and plant my not elephant ear, my caladium. And I have two of these, but one looks a little different, and I'll show y'all what that one looks like here in a second when I get ready to plant it. And Home Depot had some really nice new flowers out. I was very surprised to see that they had refreshed their caladiums, because usually the later in the summer it gets, these kind of start to disappear. So I had just decided I wasn't going to have any this year, but to my surprise they had some. So just to help my front garden out, with a pop of color, I'm going ahead and plant some. And I love caladium, so this is my first year having any of this particular variety here. I really liked how these look. And I'm also going to be putting one in a pot to go up here along my walkway. So that's going to be the first one. And then my second one is going to go here on the opposite side of my garden, just to add a little color along my borders, because I don't have as much color as I would like up front. And I didn't want to add stuff like vincas and stuff like that, so I have to be able to cover it as much as possible. Add my mulch around it. Alright, so that's it for these two. I gotta turn my water sprinkler on anyway, so they'll get watered in when I do that. Here, I do want to show y'all an update. Those Kilimanjaro marigolds that we planted are finally starting to open. I have a sunflower right here that is so beautiful. This is my Lemon Queen variety. The straw flower we planted together is beautifully starting to open, and I noticed that these actually close up whenever they get wet, so every time I water they close up. You guys haven't gotten to see this sunflower yet. Here's an update of those flowers that we planted the last time. These are really beautiful. I wanted to get more, but I didn't see any more. This is my birthday pot I showed you, and that Baneri wine zinnia is getting ready to open. Here's just a quick update of how beautiful this plant stand look. I absolutely love it. I love the color that it adds. And my roses, oh guys, they are doing so good. Here's another straw flower. It was a straw flower mix, so some of these are different. I need to get out here and deadhead some stuff too. And then here's some more of the Kilimanjaro, and they're open a little bit more where you can actually get to see the true color of it. And then my sunflowers in my pots, which I'm so happy about. I finally successfully grew sunflowers in the pot this year. And then here's a quick overview. I am absolutely satisfied with my front garden bed. So we're about to go ahead and go back here and get to this squash, and then I'll show y'all the stuff I have to show you. Placing this straw in here, y'all, to help with moisture retention. It's hard. And then I'll top this off. A little bit more soil, and this one's gonna go up front with the rest of all on my other. I'm out with some different varieties at Home Depot because I was not impressed with the ones at the beginning of the season, so that's why I didn't get any. But I love this color, especially up against this pot. You guys know that this is one of my favorite pots. I have 3 of the bigger versions, and then I have this one smaller one, so that should tell you how much I love these. And I got these pots from Lowe's, if y'all are wondering. So I'm about to take her up front. And get her watered in. Alright, so I have already mixed in everything. I went in with some worm castings, blood meal, and that balanced 444 fertilizer. And I've already just used my garden soil with some peat moss to help hold in the moisture. And I'm just gonna mix that in. And then I'll have to water everything in, of course, because these were doing really good. I'm planting the black and the yellow squash, a yellow squash and a black zucchini, and I haven't gotten a chance to come out here and water them, so they're starting to suffer a little bit. But now that they are about to be up potted and of course watered more regularly, they'll be okay. And 2 of them I was thinking about putting all 4 in pots, but my onion bed is kind of taking a turn. Like, some of them are, I can see the onion, but my yellow onion just about are pretty much gone. It's only really the red ones that are doing good at this point. So I'm going to stick a squash over there. So I'll get this watered in and then move them where I keep all of my other stuff. And before I lose light, let me go ahead and do the update that I was telling you guys about. So all of these squash plants or zucchini plants have came back because they were looking horrible at one point. Before I told y'all I put the all of those fertilizers like the worm castings and the blood meal down, and things are looking really good over here. I have another zucchini that is actually producing for me now, and you can see that there's even one there coming in. My tomatoes, my cream sausage tomatoes, are getting bigger, and they're even putting more on. I have some scallop squash that are starting to come in now. And then Brittany said she saw 2 cucumbers back there somewhere. I'm not sure where they're at, but she pollinated them for me. And we've got okra. Brittany's already cut off one so far. We think this is a Roma tomato because, again, this came from the compost, so we're not sure what any of her varieties actually are. But she has beans now over here too. So that's new. That's something I wanted to show y'all. And she has quite a few of them, actually. We're just trying to figure out when to know that they are ready to pick, because I've only ever grown snap peas, so I don't know much about the other ones. I got my tomatoes here, which you guys have seen. But this one, I think, is actually, this Ace 55 is finally starting to get ready to turn. So I am super excited about picking that one. All of my loofahs are starting to go up the trellis now. There's an update on the squash we started in that in this pot, which I think I got them way too close together. Here's the other one that we transplanted in a different video. More tomatoes. And then we have the watermelon that's still going. And Then another one that Brittany also pollinated for me, because we have been suffering with pollinators. So there's another one coming in. I have another watermelon plant here. And one of the most exciting things, the girls have peppers now. We've got peppers all throughout this bed. I mean, they are literally everywhere. We've got bells here. We've got more peppers here. So we're gonna be doing some harvesting soon. I think there's a few more in there as well. Let me show y'all this bed, because this is the bed I was telling y'all about, where the onions kind of look like they taking a turn. And I don't know if it was because of all of that rain we were getting, but they don't look good. But I'm not gonna waste any space. I'm gonna clear this part right here. I'm gonna put that last squash there and that last squash there, and we're just gonna keep moving, y'all. I also have another squash right here, another scallop squash. I pollinated that one this morning. You guys can see I got this zucchini, and then I have a yellow squash here coming in on this is the second, I think, squash there I pollinated this morning. So that is really it. So we're gonna go ahead and put those last two squash in the ground, and then that'll be it for today. I'm gonna put one here, kind of put a little bit of that fertilizer back up in here, because I'm not sure what all has been taken out, because we feel like these beds got pretty washed out with all that rain we were getting. So like they were washed out to the point where they were just kind of, I could see the water draining out of the beds. So I want to make sure that there is some nutrients to start. Just gonna kind of mix all that into the planting hole. And I do still have some that are trying to bulb. This is another black zucchini, but as mentioned, this area has just cleared out. But we're not going to cry over spilled milk. We're just gonna keep planting stuff, y'all. It's all a part of gardening. So I will be trying these again in the fall though. So that's our first one. We're gonna move over to our second one. I'm gonna do the exact same thing, and please do excuse the neighbors, because they are new and they are loud. So we're gonna have to just fight through that. This is a, well, it says this one is another black one, so another black zucchini. And tomorrow I'm planning on coming out here starting more, y'all. But I do want to start some more of my, I'm going to start a cushaw squash in a grow bag, because that ground over there is not good, and I need to try to go ahead and get those started sooner than later. I'm hoping that this will bounce back, because that one doesn't look too good, but we're just gonna go with it. All right, so everything is done now. I'm just about to go ahead and turn on our sprinkler systems and go ahead and get everything watered in. So I do want to thank you guys so much for watching. Please do feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and also turn on your notification bell so that you'll know every time we post new content. Looks like we're going to be having quite a few harvest videos, because we do have a lot of stuff popping up as I just showed you guys. But that is pretty much going to be it. So until next time, I will see you guys in the next video.